Hello progressives, welcome again to my vlogging, and I hope you're getting on well, regardless of the fact that we're still on lockdown, even though it's been eased off a bit in some parts of the world, where we all over the world, some places, there's movement a bit. Now, today I am going to talk to you about attitude. And for me, attitude is everything. I mean, one's attitude to life is the why or why not. And I will believe that you would have quite a lot to take away from what I'm going to talk to you about today, bearing in mind that I said to you that whatever teachings I do on these postings are mostly from my experience. Now, attitude could be broken down into different aspects of our life. And I'm just going to focus on living, the bit to do with how we live our life. And of course, attitude to work. Now, first of all, attitude to work. When you are in business, the attitude you have, I would say, is different from the attitude if you are working under somebody where you, of course, in most cases, you deliver or not, you get paid. In business, the attitude you have is totally different because everything actually depends on how you put yourself there, the kind of attitude you have to these people, this organization, this company, this sector. So if you have a bad attitude, like you're rude, you're pompous, you're arrogant, you're aggressive, then that will not get you far if that's the kind of attitude you have. To succeed in business, because I will focus on business, I know more about business, being that for a number of years now I've been in business, and I'll talk to you from my own perception or my own perspective of what I have seen. The kind of attitude I have had has been the attitude where from afar, if you don't like me, by the time I get close to you, from the way I will approach you, the way I'll speak with you or to you, the way I will answer questions, you would listen to me because of the kind of attitude I have developed over the years. I wasn't always like that. I would actually say I was kind of arrogant and, feeling almost like it's my right, to be listened to, or I know you need this program, or I know you need these services, that kind of attitude. But it got me nowhere. And without being told, I knew I had to change those attitudes I had that were blocking me. And if you go back to, I think, the second post I had where I talked about obstacles, that was an internal obstacle which I had control over. I didn't need anybody to tell me to work on that, to change that. And that has actually changed a lot. That when I sometimes look and see how far I've come with regards to changing those attitudes for the positive, to be able to get me to where I want to, and to be able to get doors opening, even though I don't get a yes immediately, but at least that leg is there and I'm being listened to, I'm probably being considered. So the attitude you have is very important. the attitude you have with regards to, especially when you're in business, is very important. It has its detrimental side as well. If you're working in an office and your attitude is not right, it can be very detrimental to your progress, in the office there. But I'm not talking about that today. I'm talking about those who are in business, who are trying to set up something, or who have already set up something, and it feels as if they are hitting their heads against the brick. Have you considered the attitude you have, when you're speaking to these people, when you're trying to get your leg through the door? Consider that, and I'm very sure if you sit down, pen it all down, you will definitely see where the hiccup is. Now, talking about the attitude, personal attitude, your personal lifestyle attitude. I would say mine is very simple. I have a very simplistic attitude with regards to living, because for sure I always say don't do more than yourself. And this actually, I would say, to do with those whose attitude is all about showing off, trying to show off that they are what they are not. And this has gotten a lot of people into trouble. I give you a good example. I have a few acquaintances, I won't call them friends, who, they hit this business, make a little money, and what do? They go on and get these lovely cars, jeeps, and all that are worth millions in naira. And when it comes to maintaining these vehicles or fueling them, they have problem. I've had in the past one or two that would come and say if I could just give them money just to fuel the vehicle because they don't have enough and all that. As far as I'm concerned, I think if you want to get a vehicle, you must have the money to maintain that vehicle. And this is where I say simplicity. My attitude to life is being simple on every level. Simple because I always say life is very, very short. You don't need to prove nothing to anybody. My attitude to life is I don't have nothing to prove to anybody. I do what I can within my means. I will not go above my means to say I want to assist anybody, because I have nothing to prove to anyone. All I have to prove to, or who I have to prove to, is myself. And I expect in life our attitude should be that we have nothing to prove to anyone but ourselves. Even when we are in business, if you are an excellent person when you're working, when you are selling a service or a product, your attitude towards selling this product or these services must be that of excellence. So in other words, you're not doing anything out of the norm if you're providing excellence via your product or via your service. Now, when you have this attitude of simplicity, life is easy. Life is simple, because I always say life on its own without all this drama can be very challenging. Example is few posts ago that I wasn't able to post because of the external obstacle that I had when my system crashed. It's just to say that life has things that would happen that you have no control over. So why must we add on things that will make life difficult? Why must we have this attitude of making things complicated, making it all, harder than it's supposed to be? So my advice here is, the lesson I want you to get from this very posting is that you work at having an attitude that is simple. Simplicity is the key. You don't want to join those who, yes, because they've been blessed with money, and nobody knows tomorrow, actually, because my kind of attitude is nobody knows tomorrow. And that's why one of the reasons I work at treating everybody right, because nobody knows tomorrow. And then, like I was trying to say before I jumped to that, is there are people who have made this money and then they are telling the whole world they have house in that, they have house in the moon, they have house under the sea, they have house in the sky, they have house in between. I'm just using that as an analogy. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I love good things. Everybody, every living soul love good things. But our attitude to life must be simple, must be in moderation. I'll be doing a post on balancing out in life. So when your attitude to life is simple, you have nothing to prove to anyone but yourself. That way, life is easy. Life is easy. So when life throws all those things, those external stuff which you don't have control over, you're still able to manage and have your head above the water, because already your system is simple. Your system, your attitude is simplicity. Thanks again for watching, for listening. Thanks for encouraging me. Keep sharing, and ask those you are sharing to subscribe. And thanks to those of you who have subscribed. Thank you so very much. Without you supporting me, I probably won't be encouraged to do this. We all need ourselves, at some point in life. We always do need ourselves to get onto the next ladder of whatever it is we're doing, either personal or public. So again, if there's a way I can be of an assistance to you, feel free to email me, stellablaze@yahoo.co.uk, or leave a comment, and I will definitely get back to you. Thank you so much. God bless.